Throughout the novel, we are surprised by the twist of events, as interpreted by David Lurie in a third-person point of view. Lurie's thoughts and comments not only reveal his perspective, but also the perspectives of society in a post-apartheid South Africa.
Eventually we'll fall asleep and dream about these past 3 weeks, or lie awake and dedicate our thoughts to finding what it means. But when it is all said and done, I can't think of anyone else. Nothing is just as it seems, at least that's what it seems to me. And everybody has a path, but some will walk reluctantly, or you can throw your map away.
On the surface, David and Lucy, being white, suggests superiority. But the twist of events show that society thinks otherwise through characters such as the rapist and petrist. David's insights also suggest that a character's nature is not set in stone, as different perceptions may arise. One act that is considered as enlightening to one can be revolting to another. A vocation can be worthy to an individual and glory to another. Fear. The sculpture emphasizes how we see things differently, depending on the angle we are looking at and who is looking. The sculpture represents the individual, more specifically, characters such as David and Lucy, while the people who are looking at the sculpture represents the Black South African society. With this, the sculpture shows a point of view that is being interpreted differently by society. So our sculpture is entitled Unmasked Mask. So it is made out of 2 cardboard and 4 pieces of mask that we divided into 2, and we call it per part with 8 colors. The colors are white, that represents innocence, black, that represents mourning, orange, that represents cheerfulness, blue, that represents sadness, yellow represents joy, red for frustration, purple for fear, and green for envy. So what does this represent? Look at it this way. This whole sculpture represents an individual, and the ones viewing it would be society. So when you would look at one person, you could see that the sculpture has divisions, which represents the different perspectives of how you can look at one person. For example, if we look at one person in a certain way or in a certain perspective, you would see different kinds of emotions, or you would feel different kinds of emotions towards him or her. Likewise, would you turn it to a different angle, and so on. But it's not only limited to what the mask is showing you, but it's also on how you see it. That's why in one side, for example, you would see here that although the mask may be showing me that it is sad, to another person, that same mask may look at it that the person is cheerful. So that is the meaning of our sculpture. Disgrace presents a country that is used to seeing, living, and breathing white supremacy, and now is finally experiencing a turn of power, showing that there is more than one perspective that can flourish and dominate in a society. The four-faced sculpture shows not only the complexity of the characters in the novel and their different perceptions of each other, but more importantly, a stark difference between an individual's perspective and society.